The first step is cutting the belt down, marking the and peeling the belt, grinding the belt, and sewing the Z-tacks. So the first part is you're going to have extra belt after you mount it to the frame. Probably have a little more than what I got here, but go ahead and take your marker, have that ready, your razor knife. What you want to do is peel the tab back of the cover and just cut the threads to expose the belt. Do that to all the sides of the belt. So that's what you'll have. I'm going to fold the tabs back. So it's going to look something like that. The next step is what you want to do is, after you get all that cut back, is ensure that your splice is not going to be within 3 feet of each corner, if possible. Then you want to take and mark where the end of that belt is, and then I would recommend doing a 3-inch splice. So from the marks that you just took, you want to mark over 3 inches. And that is where you're going to cut your belt off. And that will give you a 3-inch splice. Then on the back side, from the one that has the marks, it's going to be overlapped. You want to take and mark your 3 inches again. And then this is the real critical part. You want to be careful when you're cutting. All you want to do is take off this insulation to get down to the Teflon belt. So you want to be real gentle and just cut along your 3-inch line until you feel, barely just putting any pressure on it, until you feel it hit that. Then a little trick is turn your razor blade over and push down until you feel that the insulation is all the way cut through without cutting through your Teflon. Way to check is bend it over. So once you have this down to here, you can go ahead and start peeling off that insulation. So then you can check to make sure you didn't cut too deep by folding over on where the insulation stops and checking for a cut along the insulation. And just be sure that it fits real good. That's what it's gonna look like. And then after you have that, like that, you can go ahead and sew up your Z-Tex cover, which showing you how to do that right now. So what you want to do is lay the two ends of the belt up and get it laying down more or less together. Okay. Then you want to take your needle and thread, pull off enough thread as you need. Thread the needle. And then what you want to do is you want to start up here at the top or at the bottom. And just stitch back and forth. That first stitch you'll want to tie. And then just back and forth. Pulling it tight as you're sewing down the cover material. You can keep your stitches together a little tighter than what I'm doing here. I'm just doing this quickly so you get the idea. And you want to just tie it off and lock the threads together. So then you have all this extra material here, which if you take your razor knife and just trim it off. Or you can fold it. That's how we're going to do it once we start splicing. Okay,